Hey mamas, it's Kristen Noel, founder of the Intuitive Divorce, and I'm popping on here straight after class because I just wanted to share something that came up today because something tells me that it may be really relevant to you and what you're going through right now. And what was unpacked was the power of story. And okay, I'm just going to say, I know you're going through a divorce right now, or you're divorce curious, and you're probably all up in the feels. You've got a plate full, and you may have a lot of anxiety. What's also going on in the background is a lot of noise about the stories you may be telling yourself about your past, about your disappointments, about your setbacks, about all the things you wish you hadn't done, or wish you had done, or wish you hadn't said, or wish you had said. You know what? None of that actually really matters other than seeing it for what it is, valuable intel that you're ready to bear witness to right now, and you're ready to do something with it. And that's why the power of story and the roles that we agree to play and that exploration is so incredibly powerful. And while you may not think that that's something that necessarily comes up in divorce, and you probably don't want to hear any Hallmark greeting card slogans right now, I want you to know that this process is so transformational because you get to really take a look at your life. What's working? What's not working? What am I leaving behind? What am I taking with me? What am I leaning into? What am I healing? What do I want for my future? What do I want to model for my kids? And so much of that is tied into the awareness of what stories am I telling? And where did those stories come from? And what role am I playing in those stories? And am I playing a role that's keeping the stories that I don't want to be stuck in alive? Because if I continue to do the same thing and expect a different result, nothing's going to change. And it's not just about the dissolution of your marriage. It's about healing. It's about becoming. It's really about revealing who I am. And today we actually did a prompt. I am, I am a woman who. And I would encourage you to give that some consideration. And maybe you are this incredibly capable woman who shows up for everyone, is the people pleaser, is the fixer, is the one that everyone counts on. And maybe you're putting your knees at the bottom of the laundry basket. And maybe the ugly underbelly of all those roles and all those plates that you're juggling is that you are at capacity. And I'd like to give you a permission slip today that says, I am also giving myself permission to step out of this story and these roles that I have been playing, and to give myself the possibility and the capacity to see something different, and to realize that I am not stuck anywhere I don't want to be. I really want you to hear that. And I really want you to pay attention to how you feel in your relationships, in the roles that you are playing, in the roles that you've agreed to play that you don't want to play. You're allowed to change the game. You're allowed to change the rules of engagement. You're allowed to create healthy boundaries. And you're allowed to create this future and this life that you want. Be the mother you want to be and the woman you've always wanted to be. But that starts with healthy relationship to self. We can't be in another healthy relationship with another if we're not first in healthy relationship with self. Think about that for a second. What is it that you need? What is it that you need to let go of? Where is it that you feel stuck? And how could you give yourself a little wiggle room to see it differently? This is a lot of the stuff that comes up for us in this program, in this sacred container, the inner circle. And this is the place where moms get to keep it raw and real, and they get to show up, and we have big breakthroughs. And we laugh and we cry and we process and we move the needle and we get inspired. And that is what divorce can look like. And it can put you on a better path to a better divorce. And that's an intuitive divorce. And I really encourage you to lean into knowing that you don't have to do this alone. And it doesn't really matter about the story that's in the background or the stories that other people have told you about yourself, or maybe you've adopted, or maybe you've agreed to play. You get to change the story. You get to edit the pieces and the parts. This isn't about revisionist history. It's about what am I taking into the next chapter. So I hope that maybe this is sparking something within you. And I would just explore how you're feeling in this moment, what you need in this moment, and what stories are you telling? And what story would you like to step out of? So I'm going to leave you with that today. And hopefully you'll check us out at intuitivedivorce.com and you'll get on our newsletter list. You'll check us out on social media. You'll follow us because we're constantly putting things out here to support you. And we are here for you. We're a phone call away. So I'm going to leave you with this today and just want to give you a big, fierce mama bear hug.